ASL Premier League Season 2 Playoffs, Quarterfinals, Round of 8.
Got for you is a TVZ, and the first half of that equation is spawning in the top left of merry-go-round. In pink, from Team Meepsy we have
PandaPrime.
And over on the top right-hand side of the map, we have in the green our Zerg player from Triple T trying to terrify us all with his teamwork. It is
PasT.
nice, very nice, lovely, beautiful.
ASL Season 2
Not a lot of
quarterfinals.
wordplay you can do with Meepsy
no, that's horrible. It's just horrible.
I mean, I wanted to, but the opportunity just wasn't there. So PandaPrime looking like he's opening Reaper, totally standard. And his opponent hatch first into pool, which is very normal. Again, both of these players basically going for a kind of default opening. It is a little risky perhaps to go hatch first, but the chances of it all going really, really south are pretty small, because the scouting does have to be done on merry-go-round. The SCV has wandered its way around the map, and actually is looking a little bit yeah, that's what I thought. We're seeing a second barracks come down out of PandaPrime.
Yeah.
He's opening the game with a distinct cheesy odor.
He surely is. And PasT almost... I like his little patrolling overlord. He's moving in a tiny bit now, just checks the corners or something. But he had it set that so he could keep track of both behind the mineral line and get 100% vision of every entrance point on the ramp. Of course, now he'll not see the Reaper come in, but he'll see that in a second, obviously, as it bounces up into the main base. And a little surprised there wasn't a continuation of another Reaper at home. He made a reactor there.
He's getting double Reapers for now,
Yeah.
out of that reacted barracks, and out of this one that he's got on the map, so far nothing, no action. This Reaper's got 2 kills, not getting that drone in the main, which means that the income's still going to be as it should be for PasT.
He's got the
All
gas
looking
for it
very
now,
good.
and yeah, there it goes.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, he was...
Yeah, it's Triple Reaper. I knew
Yeah.
I'd seen this before, and Triple Reaper is kind of a bit... Well, it's unusual, certainly. I love this little Ling attack coming out of PasT, just running into the main, trying to pick something off. Doesn't do anything, but PasT is just kind of just macroing up. I feel like he's in a confident position moving into this game, because this pressure really hasn't done that much yet, and there's now a good few queens on the map. So PandaPrime's going to be really pressed to actually achieve anything with this.
Yeah, he's getting more and more of them. I mean, 3 more are on the way, but speed will be finished long before these 3 can really activate. A Baneling Nest is coming out. He's got a reasonable number of Lings, too. It's not that he hasn't underestimated this by any stretch. He's got 16, actually 20-something now, Lings.
Yeah, there's a Baneling Nest coming down too. I think his plan is to hit with some aggression, some Baneling aggression with speed, before his opponent has a chance to do anything.
Oh, and he is. He's just going to go right by these Reapers as they come in. Reapers
Don't
will
come.
pick
Oh
up
no,
the
he's come
strat.
back. Why would you come back?
Yeah, no, I think what he was doing was actually the right move.
Well, there's a lot of Reapers here, but with the transfuses, he should be able to hold. It's a question of whether these Lings are enough. Yeah, no,
He
just
gets a
catches them,
bunch.
gets out.
Gets a bunch. Oh, he's got them on both
I love
sides here
this.
now.
Yeah, I mean, he's killed basically all of them. He needs to just split his Lings up, and as soon as he splits, all the Reapers go down, and now he attacks across the map. I take it back. PasT, I think, probably made the right decision overall. And there's a desperation wall coming down at the top of the main ramp for PandaPrime. So this natural has already been denied, and that leaves PasT free to basically drone up as soon as he sees this, which he will. He will see this.
Oh,
Or he
it's
can
not
just
even
walk
a
in.
wall.
Yep. Okay.
Not even a wall.
He can just walk straight in. That will be.
That'll
I
be
mean,
game
that
number
is
five.
GG. Let's be honest. That's game-ending damage. He's out of this. All the SCVs are pulling towards, but no, it's done. who is yet to put down a barracks in his base, or anyone else's. In the bottom left, from Team Meepsy Go, we have our Terran player.
PandaPrime.
And up here from Team Triple T, we have a player who won a very quick game number 1. Indy Green, it is.
PasT.
And the drone scout coming across right away to get
ASL
some idea what
to
is going on,
quarterfinals.
which definitely makes sense for him
It's
to
good
do.
to see that. A lot of players don't do it, and it's just really annoying. Not only does PasT now know exactly what he's up against and can respond accordingly, actually still throwing down the hatch first, which I think is the right call, but it's a little bit... he should be able to hold with queens. Let's be honest. He should be able to deal with the queens. He'll have the lings to buy for about 10-15 seconds whilst the Reaper's on its way. Assuming we do see... Yeah, there's the Reaper coming down now. Could have been that factory, but less likely. And this is again shaping up very standardly, but this time PandaPrime has not put down any barracks on the map. So it is a standard game rather than just a game that looks standard for the moment.
Yeah.
I think this is
And I
where
think
PasT
he's just
excels
gonna
as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to expand on the high ground.
I agree. I think that's a good decision.
As well. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. It's a high ground command center. That is pretty... I often get this map confused with Yonsu in a weird way. I always think, if you 6-pool, does it just kill them if they go CC first or whatever? Because I remember on Yonsu, if you 6-pool a CC first, it used to be holdable, although difficult, but on Yonsu it was impossible. Yeah. And it's not that map at all. It's not this map. That's the end of the story. I'm wrong about things.
The Reaper will get in, take a poke. I guess at the hatchery itself, he's not even going to try and go after a drone. Lings are now out, and Queens will be joining them shortly. They get one ling. Yeah.
Should get one, yeah. Chipping away at those lings is important because it means that when the second Reaper shows up, should it be on its way? Is it? No, it's not on its way. It's not coming. So if the second Reaper were to show up, chipping away at those lings is important because it reduces the harassment to a pretty significant extent. But as it is, PandaPrime hasn't really done that much scouting with this. He still hasn't been up in the main. So if his opponent were dropping down a Roach Warren at this time, he would have no idea. He would really not know.
Yeah, you've got to remember that the Reaper is that dual purpose. It's scouting first and foremost, and then if you can get damage done, great. But you do want to take a look what's going on. He'll pick off another ling. More will come to join it here. He's getting a little low, and we'll have to bail on out. The queen, boom, wrecked. That's taken out.
With that Reaper down now, the scouting is basically limited to scans and Hellions for our Terran player. And Hellions are almost certainly what we're going to see. It's normally what comes out of that first factory, but this is a slightly unconventional build coming out of PandaPrime because he's getting Marauders, he's not put any add-on on the factory as yet, and he's getting a quicker starport with a second barracks rather than taking a third or going for a 3-base play or any of the more normal expansion kind of styles that we see for a Terran intending to go macro. And if we're not going macro, what are we going?
Yeah, exactly. And you can often tell by just the placement of the buildings. Like the starport is built in such a spot that you can't add an add-on to it unless you pick one of these up. So it usually indicates you're going to float it to something. But then on the factory, he hasn't started a tech lab or anything, or a reactor, or what have you.
No. It's just not coming. I was thinking we might see a blue flame all in, but as it is, he's producing Widow Mines. This is unusual. This is genuinely quite an unusual style that we're seeing out of PandaPrime, and I think the more kind of default known tactics of PasT, where what he's basically done is go for a roach timing. He's not going for an all-in. This is not an all-in unless the next wave is roaches, and it doesn't have to be. Yeah, he's taking a third. This isn't an all-in. This is just a little bit of roach pressure designed to punish a greedy Terran, and it's not even like PandaPrime's that greedy. He should be able to hold this with moderate losses, maybe.
Yeah, it's got 3
maybe even minimal
Marauders with
losses.
the bunker,
Yeah.
a Widow Mine, but he's going to pick a lot of the really key units up here. Hopefully for him, he's going to... No, he will miss this completely as it comes in.
He does. The timing on that's so unfortunate. So there's now nothing at the front. The Roaches are just about to arrive for PasT. They're going to break straight through the bunker, which has nothing in it in the first place. PasT must be feeling pretty pleased with himself.
Drops don't even
Bunker's
turn
down.
around. Drops
No, the
not
drop is
even
not
turn
turning
around.
around. Where's the defense? You need something at home to deal with this, otherwise we're going to see a base race.
He's going to try and land that CC, but it's not going to get down.
The Widowmine fired at a single Ling and took out a Marine on its own. This drop, I think this drop could take out the main, though. This drop from PandaPrime. It's a small victory when you've got a third almost complete. You've got a natural very safe, but stimming in, going to pick off that queen. I'm still not sure. No, he's not. He hasn't stimmed forward enough. Oh, that's a mistake. That is a serious mistake. PasT has done so much damage, having killed 20 SCVs now in the base of his opponent. That drop finally being brought to bear against parts of PasT's base. That's quite hard to say, but it doesn't matter because PasT is already in his opponent's main, shredding through the SCVs. There are only 7 remaining for our Terran player.
Yeah, and that's not enough.
It's not enough. It is
he
not
won't
enough.
go after. He's kind of just getting. He's not dying with this drop in the main, but he's also not getting anything done with it either. And eventually he'll run out of energy, run out of ability to continue. And these Roaches are not going to be stopped by anything.
It's a last-ditch attempt. It is a last-ditch attempt by a dying player to save himself. And he's done some reasonable damage with it, but not as much as this just very, very simple Roach attack out of PasT has done. Everything's burning. Everything's on fire. There's 2 drones in the base of PandaPrime, and he himself calls GG.
And he is from Team Meepsy Go, of course, abbreviated to Nya. And that is our pink Terran player. His name is
PandaPrime.
And his opponent, so far living up to the name, at least the part that says terrifying. From Triple T, terrifying through teamwork, it's our Zerg player.
PasT.
I think you're going to say he was living up to the past part. I don't know what that means.
ASL Season 2
He's living
quarterfinals.
up to the past,
Exactly.
yes. But in the past, he has also won lots of games, so...
It's true, it's true. I wonder, do you know of any player named Present? Because
No,
I
there's
know
definitely a future.
Past. There's a future. Future
There's
used
a couple
to
of futures.
coach me up. Yeah, I think there are
I
two
used to get
futures.
coaching. I always wanted coaching from him,
Yeah.
but I'm poor.
Future is really good, and he's cheap. He's one of the cheaper guys, and I think they were both part of Gosu coaching. In Control, did the most, and Future is their number 2 guy, but he's a 6th as cheap as getting Jeff to do it. So, and he's a really, really good coach. So yeah,
I heard he did a lot of replay coaching, though.
He does do that. He would often start a thing by show me a replay or 2 from this week that you want to ask a question about, and then he would then get another person to play you and
that's literally exactly how I coach, so fair enough. When I coach anyway. I don't coach much, but when I do, people seem to enjoy it. People seem to like it.
Get a little weird little worker skirmish going on here. It looks like he was trying to bunker up front. That has been ostensibly abandoned. He hasn't actually canceled the bunker yet.
No, he's just it's really just a threat response, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not at this point. It's not really doing very much. He could cancel this. This is 100 minerals that he's invested in something that is not. It's not really. Yeah, there we go. There's the cancel. About time. Needs to get down his own bunker back at his base though, because speed's on its way. The queens are on their way. PasT is already in a position where he can go for an aggressive or defensive stance, depending on just where he chooses to invest his lava. And that's the unpredictability of the Zerg. A Zerg can decide to flip a switch and go into full lava production. Full Ling production instead of drone production. Should they fancy it a bit? And right now, that's not what we're seeing out of PasT. Instead, just content to macro up, getting himself a couple of drones in production. But at the moment, the clock is ticking. The Reaper sees there's no Roach Warren, and that is something, at least.
Yeah, okay. Sneaky Mr. Reaper running around, trying to find a way out of here without dying.
Yeah.
See if he can locate such a path. Oh, that seems good. And he will get out. Still seeing what's going on. So he's probably notices there's one drone on gas, hopefully. Yeah, so a good little scout, and he is still alive. He's just going to pop back on in.
He's just jumping in and out, isn't he, really? He's just trying to do some work. Really being annoying more than anything. But, yeah, speed now kicked in, so PandaPrime's going to have to be a bit more careful with this Reaper now. It's very difficult to really maneuver a Reaper once that speed has come out. And slippery as Reapers are, there we go, he gets straight out again. Oh, risky.
That was just showing off. That wasn't even for anything.
That was, yeah, he's flashy. He's a flashy man.
He goes back up. I was going to say, could he get the drone, but probably not. But we'll go take another poke at the main, just kind of seeing. I don't know if he'll live through this one. He's not getting away this time. But he's done his job and then some in terms of just really good sense of what PasT is doing, knows that there's no lair yet. You can kind of see what tech there is. Ling counterattack or just attack coming along this side. There is a tank up. Will he have a wall in time? Just finishing it.
Wall goes down just in time. Lovely stuff out of PandaPrime. Just got that tank behind the wall. There's no real pressure you can do to this without roaches. Or without banelings. You need something to bust down the wall. Lings cannot get through that without all dying to the tank. It's that simple. It's clean cut. But PasT doesn't really need to do that. He's just teching up exactly as a Zerg should be doing. Getting that third base, getting the lair, getting a macro hatch even, which I love to see, and getting a baneling nest ready for when lair finishes, and then you can start your speed. I think, where are the upgrades? Yeah, the upgrades were a little bit late. With those, but it's going to allow the Zerg to begin ticking away at those. And in general, PasT is looking very good as we move into the big game, just being totally left alone until 9 million Hellions, yeah. 9 million Hellions are coming across
then he
the
wouldn't
map.
be in good shape at all, but two Hellions at 9 minutes, that's reasonable. And
that's late,
yeah.
but
yeah, it is late.
9 million Hellions at 9 minutes is
would not be
very
good
impressive.
at all. He will come in here trying to poke at the mineral line. 2 Lings on that side, 2 more on the other.
Yeah, that is
if he whittles these numbers down, that's still something. But it's the drones that are kind of getting a little crazy.
Yeah, there's so many at this point. 65. That's all you really need. I mean, 80's nice. 80's a novelty, but if we look at the just general worker counts, PasT is looking so solid. Spire is a little bit late, but it's all looking pretty shiny for PasT compared to his opponent, who doesn't have a third base really. I mean, there's a CC about to go down in the main, but it's so late compared to where you really want it to be. And PasT, even though he's not attacking, he doesn't need to. He's actually doing the macro thing, and PandaPrime's trying to as well, but he's not doing it to the extent that I think he's going to be able to stop the Zerg force.
No, and he doesn't have some of the key tech there yet. He is getting double engineering bay now, but there's no starport coming down either. And that's going to get in your way a bit.
Yeah.
I think you kind of need that, the healing, the medevacs, even just the threat of drops are so important. We get this Hellion skirmish off to the left-hand side of the map. Is clearing out a decent number of Lings with these. It's pretty good micro actually with these, making them chase the injured one. And,
I mean, it's good.
Does lose one.
He traded pretty effectively against those Lings. PasT has lost more than his opponent, but that really doesn't matter when you're already on 70 drones. You basically do not have to care even a tiny bit about that, because you're not droning anymore. You're building units. You're only building units in the first place. Sure, it's money lost, but when you have that much, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. PasT has got a bunch of Lings across the map as well as he takes his 4th base, and he's gonna probably turn these into make a few banelings and start trying to put pressure on a 3rd base that he imagines is there, and it probably should be there, but as it stands, there is no 3rd base for PandaPrime. His macro is significantly behind that of his opponent on half the bases. There's an in-base non-orbital, but yeah, it's not the one.
8 turrets are going up at the same time here. I'm not sure if that force even really meant to attack,
No.
but it did, and just the entire thing went down. Where is he going to take the Hellions? Right across. Can see them at the watchtower here, as they will come across. There are a lot of Lings, and fortunately too many Hellions to really deal with, or too many Mutas for the Hellions to deal with, given that they can't shoot up. And unlike roaches, they can't just tank hits forever from Mutas.
No. At the moment, I think what we're going to see out of PasT is we're going to see a general transition towards higher tech. He's getting his infestation pit down, and I don't think it's for swarm hosts. My instincts say it's not for swarm hosts, but instead we're going to just see a very quick hive attacking towards the Ultralisks and perhaps even the Vipers if he feels that way inclined. Just getting that ultimate Zerg late game army rather than bothering with any of the with any actual misguided attacks.
Yeah, how many Lings are here? They're going to trap these Hellions down.
108 on the field, 28 more in production. Half of these will turn into Banelings eventually. PasT's money has been spent really effectively, and PandaPrime, despite being on half the bases, is he's on half the bases, but he's got nearly 3 times the bank. So.
Yeah, he does. I wish, I'm not sure what's going on here, but he has this factory rallied out of the base. Okay, he's gonna maybe see some stuff now. Are these Widow Mines gonna go down? Good. But he's only got the one tank.
Widow Mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, tanks.
Oh
the tank has decided to have a go. And the tank's actually firing and killing off the Widow Mines. I find that very amusing. The huge number of Banelings rolling into the natural, straight through that bunker. They're going to go into the bioforce. All of the biome gets absolutely obliterated. And there's so many Lings now. So many Lings. There's not even a wall at the top of the ramp. PasT is just rampaging into his opponent's base.
Yeah, that didn't look particularly close, unfortunately. And he just has completely broken through with just a maxed out army. PasT just dominating through this game. And indeed, good luck to him in the round of 4.